is crazy that this is here.
Yeah, why is that?
Because it's a Toronto.
Wait, look, they have the big map. Yeah, where'd you guys get the big map?
Oh, I got it from Finch West.
Oh, I guess they ran out of the by the time we got there.
Yeah.
Can I see the map? Does it have Eglinton on it? No. You know, this is, if Eglinton opens very soon, then this is going to be a very rare map.
Yeah.
Because with line 6 but no line 5, that might be a very rare, very really short time in history.
Yeah.
That's an artifact. Also, it's still embarrassing that like line 6 is open now.
And welcome to the stream, and we are currently live heading eastbound on the opening day here for the Finch West LRT. We just departed Humber College Station, and we're going to ride the entire length of the line for the entire 18 stops to Finch West Station, which is going to take us about 43 minutes if the vehicle is going to be on time. And as you can see, it's a nice and snowy day, this opening day of the Finch West LRT, but we're finally here. This is the day that we've been waiting for here in Toronto for, I think, probably 2 decades since we've had anything really significant to open in the city like this. Line was originally supposed to open in 23, but was delayed for 2 years because of COVID and other construction-related issues. But we are here now, finally. And it certainly is a very monumental day for the city.
I got an extra sweater in case.
And appropriately so. Of course, it is snowing today. I was not expecting that. I didn't check the forecast before I left today, so I was a little bit caught off guard by that. But it definitely turned out to be a nice day still.
I don't care for this
The vehicle does actually travel quite slowly. Some parts of the segment, so this part of the segment is going to be slow. There's parts of the segment that are faster than the others, and it just depends which part of the segment that we're on. The entire trip, which is 18 kilometers, is done within, I think, what was the trip here? It was 16 minutes plus 20. 16 plus 28 minutes, almost 43 minutes it took us to get from Finch West to Humber College, which is actually, I think that's actually quite a long time. So I think that the vehicle is actually quite slow, to be honest. And the buses are still actually operating. The 36 Finch West bus is still fully operating, and those buses, I think, go faster than these. There we go. They're running them pretty frequently today. I think that they're about 6 minutes apart, so I think they're operating rush hour service today, because I don't think that this would be weekend service, because it seems like they're operating them to the max. But it was a very slow start this morning. I think that, so the first train left at 7:20, which I did capture with the camera. So 18 kilometers an hour. That's pretty slow, isn't it? Thank you for that. So, yeah, unfortunately, I think the buses are faster. I don't know, but today's not the day that I want to rant and complain about it. Go on a big rant about the problems with the LRT. Today is actually still a significant day, and I think that we're still happy to have this. Even if it's not perfect, we'll leave that topic and subject for a different day, I think. It's just nice to finally be here. So yeah, I was. I got out. I got to Finch and Keele this morning at I think around 6:45 a.m. and the lineup was just incredible. There were like I'm not exaggerating. There could have easily been 600-700 people lined up at the door waiting to get on the first train. Now, of course, the first train that came out was a VIP train for reserved people, right? Whatever. And then the next train, I think, ran only like 30 minutes afterwards, 40 minutes afterwards. So it was actually a slow start. They didn't start with the frequency of 6 minutes, 6-minute intervals in the morning. But anyway, so I caught the first train as it was coming out of the Finch West station. It was still dark, and it basically just started snowing around that time as well. And it was pretty cold. But yeah, so they were. I think that I waited outside for like. So after the first train at 7:20, I think that I waited outside for about 30 minutes before the next train came. So I'm like, well, are they operating this thing like it's scheduled today or not? But it looks like we're up to capacity now. Mind you, I found out that they only have 18 vehicles. And at peak rush hour times, they're going to have 16 in service, leaving 2 spares. So it's actually going to be a pretty tight fit for the line. Martin Grove. So next we're going to be hitting Martin Grove. So yeah, it's 18 stops. If I have my data correct, I'm just going off of memory here quickly, but I think it's 18 stops and 11 kilometers. I mean, my God, yeah. I mean, it's fun to ride. It's nice. I gotta say that the thing does feel a little bit dated. I won't lie. Like not in a bad way. Just it's not like spanking you, right? It's kind of like, I mean, it feels exactly like what you'd expect. Like if you got into like, I don't know, like a 6-year-old car that was brand new still, but it was still 6 years old, if you know what I mean. So it kind of feels like that to be on the train. It's pretty smooth. It's got good traction in the snow. It's handling well. It's holding itself well in the weather, so that's at least a good thing. For all of the many people that were worried that, oh no, it's going to snow, they're going to shut down the trains. Well, no, it seems to be going okay. It's handling it quite well, and mind you, it's the first day, so it's actually not too bad. But yeah, I do find that it's a little bit slower than it should be, or than we would like it to be, anyways. But I mean, it is what it is now. We're just gonna have to live with it.
Oh, the best part about Egley is the subsurface parts is it just runs itself. Yeah, because of the train control. So
I'm just wondering how much snow we're still gonna get, because I do have to still drive home.
it's to save money.
Oh, but it's not gonna be too bad.
Ford wanted to keep it all under there, but that would require canceling.
Did I get one of the coins? I don't know what coins you're talking about. I took them. They were handing out memorabilia at this at Finch West station, maps and that kind of stuff. I didn't really pick up anything. I got a map, but I didn't get any of the other stuff. I mean, I have to. One of the reasons is I have to just carry it around, and I don't want to do that. But I didn't see any coins. Oh, I got a cookie, but I mean, I didn't get any coins. First 100 people. You know what? I think that is absolutely correct. And I have a video of the first 100 people going in and grabbing their loot. But yeah.
It was politically possible. That's why I don't blame Miller or Rob Ford. If Mike Harris just hadn't had that.
It's weird. It's a Sunday. It's busy on this line, and I got to tell you, I'm not going to turn the camera around just because I just don't want to do it right now. But the train is actually quite large. So I would say that it's probably the size of 3 buses, and so it's pretty sizable, and so that's a plus. But it just feels kind of nice riding today. When it's snowing outside and it's kind of quiet, so it's got that snowy feel to it where it's busy, but it feels kind of serene a little bit because of the snowfall. So it's actually quite nice. It's actually a treat if you ask me that we have snow today. I just don't like that I'm going to be out driving in it, but otherwise I love it. I should have just maybe, I don't know, wisely have taken the bus instead of driving, but whatever. I didn't know how today was going to go. And just in case I needed to drive around, I didn't want to, like if I need to get from one place to another, I didn't want to have to rely on being stuck on one of these things. Here, let me lift it up a little bit. There we go. Get a better point of view from there. The stations are actually quite nice. You know, this is the proper way to build an LRT. By the way, at least I have to say, okay, yeah, it's slow. It is. But you know what? Here's the good thing about this. It's still faster, I'll say, than the streetcars we have downtown. Because this is probably the way that it should be. And well, you know what? Let's get to that it's literally like a streetcar. It isn't. So it is like a streetcar, but it's not. So there's one big difference here, and that big difference is number one, the right of way, and secondly, the way that the stations are done. A little bit closer to St. Clair, of the way that they created the St. Clair line. The nice thing here is that unlike the streetcars downtown where you have to dodge traffic and the doors open up into traffic, which is ridiculous, over here at least the stations are on an island platform where you can safely stand there, right? And the stations are pretty nice. It's a nice line. It is a couple years late. Not as late as the Eglinton LRT, but it's still good to have. It still feels new, and it's exactly what you'd expect. But of course, just not a subway. But it basically is a glorified streetcar. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, light rail transit streetcar, we're just splitting hairs at this point. So there is just a difference between this and the streetcars downtown, where this does have priority. It does have better access, safer access, and it's new. I mean, relatively new, or at least the newest we have. And it's actually longer than I expected. When I first, I thought that the trip was only going to take 18 stops. You think you think that you blow through that in 20 minutes. You don't. It takes twice as long, and partially because it's 50% of that could be attributed to the fact that the line is longer than you first realize when you see it on a map, and secondly is because the trains just go slower. So, yeah. Well, I think they're pretty much operating at rush hour peak frequency right now. And mind you, there will be a peak frequency because with 18 vehicles and only 16 that they could actually put in service, I guess there's no way for them to really increase frequency after 6 minutes. They're just not going to be able to get it up from 6 minutes to any higher intervals just because they won't have the vehicles to do it. But I don't think that it'll be any problem though. 6 minutes is pretty good headway. It's pretty good frequency, I think. And the vehicles are pretty large. And if you look at the size of that thing, like I said, it's about 3 buses long. So they're really made for capacity. It's very different to see them in pictures or watch them on the street or read about it, and then it's a whole different thing to come and experience it and actually see it for yourself and see how it works and what it looks like and what it actually does. Mount Olive? Is that what they said, Mount Olive? I barely hear that thing. I think they said Mount Olive. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this part of the city or what the stops are here, so I'll just have to go by what I think I heard.
seconds left.
But I mean, once we get to the station, we're going to get to the Eglinton West LRT, not Eglinton West, the Eglinton West, why do I keep, not Eglinton, the Finch West station. And once we get there, we're going to go inside and you'll get to see, like, I'm going to just keep streaming as we get off the train. And you'll see the inside of the station. There's lots of media there. There's all kinds of staff and celebrations, etc., etc. So it's a pretty nice day. And a lot of people came out. I mean, it was just absolutely full of people at Finch West Station. People were lining up way before I got there at 6:45. I mean, by the time I got there at 6:45, there were, I mean, at least 500-600 people lined up ready to take the LRT, just standing outside. They're freezing to be the first ones on the first train.
Yeah, developed by Alstom.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I mean, aside from the fact that I was a little bit late, I thought that I would be at least on time. I wasn't. I was late. But I wasn't going to wrestle my way to the front of the line. That's okay. I'll wait. Not to mention that it was dark then, so if we took a ride then, if I took a video then we wouldn't be able to see anything because at 7 o'clock in the morning it was still pretty dark outside. So there was no rush and no reason to be on that very first train. Oh, let me see if I can get it higher. Sorry, it's a little bit hard holding it up. I've actually got it plugged into a battery supply because otherwise I'd run out of phone battery here. So I try to keep it up, but my hand keeps going down and dropping a little bit. So I'll try to hold it up so that we can get a good view here. But the one thing I will say so far is it would appear that this LRT actually handles better in the snow than the vehicles on the road do. So it just appears to me from this single trip during this snow day that that vehicles and buses traveling on the road have a harder time than the LRT. The LRT just absolutely just grinds through on the rails and it has no problem going through the snow and the ice and whatever there is. So that's at least a good thing.
Are we still timing, by the way?
Yes. I'm timing only the time that we're stopped and not at the station. So we're at 2:32. That's right next.
18 minutes, so we are about almost halfway there.
I wonder what that happens. They close the doors and then they open it, and then they close them, then they open.
I don't know why they are. I mean, I suppose I don't know why they're doing it. I think it's a regulatory thing. I think it's an Ontario thing. I think they're just kind of modernizing the system, and that's just kind of an improvement that they're making, I think. Because, French should have probably been in there from the beginning, like even when the subways were created, but they just weren't introduced at that time. So, and I think it's also easier to put it in now with technology and AI, and all they got to do is type it in. It's easier to just have the robot say it out, and it takes nothing for them to do that. So I think that's why the change. But I did notice that and find it interesting when I got on the LRT at Finch West first, and I heard the French announcements. I thought that was. I thought it was a nice touch, actually. At least three. Look, it's nice. It's a nice touch either way. And I missed which station we're arriving at, but it's going to let us know any moment in both English and French. Really? Wow, 83 people now in the stream. I wasn't expecting this many people. It's Sunday morning. I said, you know what? Maybe I'll do a live stream. Maybe not. I said, I don't know who's going to be awake on Sunday morning. Well, apparently a lot of people are. Now we probably are looking at a white Christmas. They're going to say they so far what I've heard is it's going to be really cold until January. Then after January, like. in about February or March, we won't have as cold of a winter, which I will love, by the way.
Because I was here like a week ago just
No, yeah.
and the amount of times like one of these trams gets cut off because it's like
Yeah. What are the stations this is? This isn't Martin. No, we're past Martin Grove. I don't know where we are. I'm gonna have to find out here as we get to the station. But yeah. It was particularly cold this morning, but it was not like as cold as it was the last couple days, maybe. So, you know, at least it wasn't like minus 12. Maybe it was like minus 3. Hold on. Roundtree Mills. Papa Dracolin, you're welcome and thanks for watching. I've never even heard of that station before. Well, you know, that's the thing is when you live on the east side of the city, you're not familiar with the west side of the city. If you live on the west side of the city, you're not familiar with the east side of the city. It's totally a Toronto thing. Like east side of the city, I can tell you where everything is. West side, I'm a tourist. You know.
yeah, it's just like the streetcars.
Islington. Okay, is it Islington? You know what? That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Well, why not just call it Islington? Oh, is it because of the subway? It's probably because of the subway. They have an Islington station, so they don't want to call it. Maybe they could have called it Islington North, so that we know where we are. Because I have like these station names. Hang on. Pearldale? Okay. You know what? I talked to somebody about that this morning, and they told me, they said that the Finch was so the reason that they didn't go all the way to Yonge was because of money. Simply because of that. Because of money. Stop and think about that for a second. Hang on, just let that sink in. So we're building all these other lines, and then because of funding, we can't get to we can't get to Yonge. We can't build this thing to Yonge Street. That's just insane. It's one of those things, you know. It's the other one. Yeah. There is signal priority, like right here, right now. I see the greens there. You can see the green arrows. Yeah, that's for us. There we go. So that's for us. There is signal priority. Patrick here. Good morning to you, sir. Yeah, so there is signal priority, but not. It's not right of way, right? Signal priority is a little different, right? It is nice though. Like, look, it's not. Look, it's not the Japan speed train, but you know what? It's still a pleasant ride to take, right? And I somehow I think that we prioritize cool transit rather than speed in this city. I think that's kind of clear, i.e. our streetcars downtown. Probably could have done it younger. You know what? That's probably true for line. If they didn't spend as much money on line 5, with the money that they overblew, we could have gone to Yonge Street. That's probably very true. That's actually a very good point.
So the front signs on the
One Shepherd extends. You know what? That it is true. You know what? In a sense, that is true because I mean, let's see how this plays out. Because if Shepherd East is extended, then yes, everything can flow into Shepherd. And it just depends how. That's actually true. We don't need a Finch East extension or Steeles or whatever have you. That's actually quite true. It's a good point. There is always a job. They couldn't extend it to Yonge. Yeah. No, it's everybody's saying that. They don't. I haven't heard any plans. Nobody's even talking about going to Yonge yet. not even talking about it. It's not planned. It's not like phase 2. No. Nobody's even talking about going to Yonge yet. So, you know. But I mean, I don't know what they're thinking exactly. Like what I suppose, like, not that this would be my first choice or that this is what would have made the most amount of sense, but I suppose that the best way now that things are the way that they are is just to extend Shepherd East subway, go eastbound, and then just extend the Finch West LRT over to Yonge, right? At Yonge and Finch. How much line 2 extension budget? It's more expensive than we'd like it to be. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's 9 billion, 8 billion, 9 billion, something around there. You're probably talking. I think you're talking about Scarborough, line 2 extension to Scarborough. I think it's around 7-8 billion, something like that. Well, they should all go. They should all go to Pearson. I mean, that's another shortcoming. I mean, people at this, you know, it's really funny that you bring up the Pearson thing, because people this morning at Finch West Station actually thought that this thing goes to the airport. They were in shock when they found out that this thing doesn't go to the airport. It's almost like they didn't understand what was being celebrated. Like people, like seriously, some people this morning, they thought that this thing goes to the airport. Like they're not like people don't understand. Like they're not even they don't even have a plan to go to the airport yet. Not forget about going to the airport. Forget about this going to the airport now. Line 4 West. Line 4. Well, if they extend, they should do. Look, they should just do Shepherd East and West. I suspect that now that the Finch West LRT is here, that the Shepherd East is going to be what's going to be extended, and that if they do, they haven't planned anything yet. Remember, none of these things are planned. They're talking about it. At best, they're talking about it at this point.
If they do that, you guys have like Instagrams No, I was there for the planning stages and
Ooh, that was a loud chime.
You're gonna have like
Line 6 to Finch West Station. Ligne 6 vers Station Finch West. Station.
Is?
one gas station.
I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear what station was next. Anywho, okay, so now if you can see it, the LRT is going a little bit faster now. If I had to gauge it, I'd say that we're going at around 50 kilometers an hour. So like this, but like there's portions of the line where the LRT does go a little bit faster. And look how it's just going right through the snow, right? Like the snow's not impacting it, the rail line at all. Nothing. And especially when you have trains running all the time on it, like the trains themselves, like the wheels will clear the track, so snow will not accumulate on it. See, during a snowstorm, if they keep, my suspicion is that if they keep the trains running at maybe even like a higher interval, then they can just keep the tracks clear that way.
and then three.
For the buses. Well, then the buses are still running. They probably have more buses running than usual today. Don't extend it, and infrastructure is basically. Well, we're really back behind in terms of transit in this city. I mean, no matter, even if they come up with a plan now, it's going to be at least 10 years until that gets done. So, honestly, I think that our best bet is right now. If we want a really fast and easy solution, bus lane priority. Like if we really want to just go at it, because we're not getting subways throughout the city anytime soon. Like we're talking decades away. So line 5 will not, look, I don't think line 5 is opening this year. I don't think anybody believes that except Doug Ford. I think Doug was the only guy that believed that line 5 might open this year. I don't think anybody else believed that except him. I think he had to be very gently told that no, it's not opening this year. Nobody else really believed that. Line 5, I suspect that it's like, look, if I really had to, like, if I was forced to take a guess, I would say January, February, perhaps, Which is not a good time. It would be nicer if it opened in the summertime, like last summer. I mean, not this summer, but you know, summertime's a nicer time for it to open. $500 million. You know what? Today, you know what? In today's transit terms, $500 million is like nothing. You know, don't forget that the government just spends the money, right? They don't earn the money; they just spend it. So, you know. But at the end of the day, it's not real. I mean, it is about the money, but at the same time, it's not, right? Because you have to do this stuff anyways. So, I mean, okay, fine. We shouldn't get ripped off for trillions, but at the same time, it's you know. It's like the banks buying gold. They'll just pay anything for it because it's so valuable. You know, transit's a commodity of, I would say, of high importance, if not necessity. Shepherd to Shepherd West Station, I say for absolute sure they have to do. I don't see how they could leave that gaping hole there. And so far, and think about this for a second. They have created Shepherd. The last two lines we got, and by the last open line that we got before today was Shepherd East subway. What is it? The 5 stops. The 5 stops. And I was there for that. I think it was 2000. I don't remember what year it was. 2003, around there. I can't remember. But anyways, and think about this. So you have the Finch West LRT, and you have both, which only goes to the west side, the west connecting point of the subway line, and then you have the Shepherd East line that connects, that only takes you to Yonge. So that whole central east to west connection is completely cut off from both sides. Neither line connected the east and west. So it's really, I'm sorry to say dumb. Won't say anything else, but it really is. Let's get a little bit higher so we can get. My hand keeps going down. Is the Florida interchange? New bike infrastructure fund interchange is very good. I don't think money matters because eventually we'll break it. Well, I mean, okay. Well, the stuff has to be maintained. I mean, everything's going to eventually break. Everything will break eventually. The question is, what's a good idea to build, right? What's efficient, right? What's going to last? I think this line will last. You know, these streetcars, these LRTs, I should call them streetcars. These LRTs are actually built for lasting a long time. Please let me you know what? Yeah. Look, it's good to ride. It's nice to have, but it is what it is. And it is slow. And it is. And
Look,
my goodness.
Subway shuttle bus? I need to stop.
Oh no. Me too.
Is something going on? Uh-oh.
Good catch.
There's already shuttle bus. Look, there's a shuttle bus. The line 6 is located.
Okay.
That's
Dude,
crazy.
some kind of commotion was going on. I'm not sure
It's
why.
like the road, and there's one person on it.
I'm not seeing anything. Anyways, so I'm not sure what that was all about. Anyways, yeah. So it's really a matter of the line it's about how efficiently it's used. If the thing's going to last 30, 40 years before you have to replace them, it's a good deal, right? Buses last 10 to 15 years, right? So you got to keep that in mind as well, right? The same thing for the streetcars. One of the reasons we keep them, and people don't realize this, is because of efficiency. Okay, yeah, sure, you have to, you could get one driver for the price of 2 or 3, since the streetcars are pretty large and can fit more people, sure. But there's also the added advantage that the streetcars last a lot longer, right? They last 30 to 40 years, right? Buses won't do that. So there's a big difference from an efficiency standpoint. And what we're trying to do is kind of race towards kind of beating the clock in that sense, that we're able to still come out on top having an LRT rather than buses, just simply for the fact that the LRTs will last longer and we don't have to keep replacing them. But time will tell. I still don't think that this was a fantastic decision. I think that in some sense, I mean, I dare to say that at this point you might be better off still turning this into a frequent bus lane and like a BRT, bus rapid transit, and still come out on top. Because right now, if you just paved over this thing and put in BRT lanes, those things, it would have been opened years earlier, wouldn't have costed as much, and you'd basically be getting the same thing. So, not to rain on the parade, but I gotta point that out. To be fair. Okay, so now I know where we are. We're approaching Jane. I can see the buildings there, those iconic Jane and Finch apartment buildings. Nor Finch, okay. And then the next one is Finch. So I think we're about, what, 4 or 5 stops away from Finch West Station, I believe. We're not far. We're probably around, I would estimate, 7 or 8 minutes away from Finch West Station. Then we'll take a walk around in there and see what's going on. A lot of festivities and excited people in there. Well, I mean, it is a big deal. Listen, I mean, you can't, there's no way to underscore this day enough. It is still a very big day for transit in the city today. And I think that we ought to remain mindful of that. It's weird, even though that you could, I would myself be able to make the argument that this may not be the most efficient system. It's weird because in a weird way I'm still very proud of it as a Torontonian. And I think that's mainly how we do things in this city. More out of pride than of efficiency sometimes, but listen, let's enjoy it for what it is. It's still cool to have an LRT. Is what I think I'm trying to say. But yeah, I mean, you know, as we're going along here, you could just get the sense of stop after stop after stop after stop for one traffic light after the other, and yeah, it's more comfortable than a bus. You know, the vibration and the shaking of the bus. I mean, there is that. You know, it is a more comfortable ride, shall we call it?
I heard, I don't know. No, I think it is true. Like, GO Transit is the biggest parking provider in North America. In North America.
And you wouldn't believe how many people have cameras out and taking photos and videos of everything. It's you almost feel like you're a tourist in your own city. You're visiting a tourist attraction in your own city.
Oh yeah, it might be, because they made like a new station. Really like built up.
All right, so here we're going to be approaching Jane. It looks like the snow subsided quite a bit. It's definitely melting away. You can see it melting on the road. I'm not sure whether that's the snow melting or whether they actually salted. I didn't see any salt truck stuff.
And of course, the archetypical tower block. Some of the towers, not these ones, I forget exactly what they were. Maybe it was actually
It's actually funny. There was a guy on the way down, heading westward. There was a guy that got on at Finch West, and he was going to Jane Street, and somebody was commenting about how much fun it is to ride this thing. And the guy lives there, right? He's gonna be riding it every day, and he goes, "Yeah, today it's fun." He's gonna have to ride this thing every single day, right, to commute.
Oh wow, he has a really good lens.
It's not about making it. Nobody's trying to make transit profitable. Transit's supposed to be efficient, not profitable. Oh, let me go down and chat. My goodness. Oh my goodness. I've gone. Oh wow. I missed a whole bunch of chat here. I didn't scroll down. I was just in one place and I missed all this chat. Wow. Okay. I think buses can last for you probably maintained. Do you think we need a Jane LRT or subway? No more. No Jane LRT or subway. Bus right of way is perfect on Jane. That's it. Please. No more transit projects at this point. We have enough that we don't know how to manage. But let's get the ones that we're doing right now done properly before we move into anything else. Line 5 should be a subway. Rockford was right. Line 5. Well, I mean, they kept going back and forth with what to do until finally they put shovels in the ground and said, okay, this is what it's going to be. I mean, they were just all over the place. We should probably be happy anything got done. Concur. Thank God for the LRT got canceled and they made subways instead, hoping faster. Yeah. Okay. The LRT will come in handy once the connection to Pearson. Well, you know what? I have no doubt that they will go to Pearson. I just don't know whether it will be alive to see that day, right? And the subway LRT. Ontario line's a subway. Ontario line will be a like Metro. LRT should be great separated. LRTs should have right of way, right? They should have right of way. Grade separated, bonus. I mean, they work. Look. I mean, what is the difference between an LRT and a subway? Really nothing, right? Just that you have right of way. Imagine if the subways had to stop at traffic lights. It's stupid, right? Waterfront West LRT. There's another pipe train that never seems to come to fruition. That's not funding. Only they got 30% design. Yeah, well, funding seems to be an issue. I don't know why though. They seem to maybe they can save some money by not renaming a whole bunch of stations that don't need to be renamed, and especially since now that they've renamed some of these stations, nobody knows where the heck they are. It's not about expecting. Nobody's expecting infrastructure to make money. Look, nobody cares about it making money. But why? Look, the opposite of expecting it to make money is throwing money down the drain for nothing and having it be a waste. It's about efficiency. It's not about making money. By the way, I think that it is possible for it to make money. I don't think it should be the goal, but I think it's possible. And I think it should be a challenge to make it efficient. I like this guy. Okay, maybe you're talking about me. Maybe you're talking about somebody else. Either way, awesome. I don't know. City Council may agree with you about subway stopping. Okay. Yeah, they probably would do something dumb like that, wouldn't they? So, no. I just wonder how this will do in Russia. You know, it's going to be the same as it is now. It's exactly the same. I mean, they revenue service tested this thing for like 30 days, right? Now we finally passed it. It's going to be exactly what we see. Exactly what we're seeing now. This problem never happened, but Steels having to do something. They're not going to do something. Here's one more thing about Steels. Okay, Steels is a shared road. Okay, it's shared with York Region. They don't need a subway there. And don't forget that you also have YRT or Viva or whatever.
It's like nothing compared to like.
And I'm sure that Markham is going to want bus rapid transit rather than subways, and they're probably not wrong. They got that thing up on Highway 7 built pretty fast and it's working. No? So, there you go. Slow it seems. My word is with Eglinton, it's going to be super slow. Eglinton is good. Look, what we're seeing here is a preview of what we're going to see on Eglinton. Okay, we dig, and honestly, we don't know until we're going to ride that thing. We just don't know. The Calgary LRT was very interesting. I mean, they basically just put a train through the city. That was a very interesting, that was a very 80s design, shall we call it. And it's an old train. That's pretty old infrastructure out there in Calgary. Man, I'm almost... Go to York. You know what? Come right. Don't worry. The LRT's not going anywhere. You can come ride it some other day when you need to go somewhere with it. Ooh, York, you what on Sunday? You have school today?
There used to be a via line just for Calgary and Edmonton. Yeah, that's so much sense. So because they don't even serve Calgary.
No, it's not a failure. Sometimes it just stands there for like no reason, for like reasons you don't understand. Okay. Open the door again. Now he's going to close it again.
There used to be like another one called the Super Continental, which I think did go to Calgary.
No, sometimes it just stands still for like a moment for no reason. Once on the way to Humber College, he actually stopped. Like there was like the light was green for him to go, and he didn't go. I'm like, why is he not going? He just didn't go. The light cycled again, and then he went the second time. I'm like, okay, like why didn't he go the first time? I saw no reason, but we're sitting. You know what? I think it could be spacing. I could be schedule and spacing. So like we're doing a stop, like we're doing like a little bit of a hold here for some reason. But I think it's a spacing issue, which is easy to do on this line. It's easy to space all the trains out. It should be. But that's way bad. It'll never happen. You know how, look, viaducts are cheaper than going underground, but it's not going to happen. By the way, the Sky trains in Vancouver, totally cool. Route 36C.
All the cars are big. This is $1.2 billion line, and the cars are so fast.
No, I don't think they adopted the same mentality in Edmonton. They probably just hired the same people. So far from what I've seen, this is right of way. Is this the? It has right of way. Yes, it has right of way, but it is still in mixed traffic where, so you still have to go through all the intersections and the lights and that kind of thing. You know what? Did we just witness our first failure? You might have been right. I don't know. I don't know. The guy's on the phone. The operator is on the phone right now, talking. There he is. He's on the phone, and he's talking about something. I don't know what's going on. That'll be interesting if we actually, like, literally live witness a malfunction happen here. But like I'll be stunned. Like my luck, right? But yeah, the guy's on the phone talking. Not sure what they're talking about. Okay, seems like we're sitting. Oh no, we're going. What do I think about the demise of the? It is, you know what? The Scarborough RT. That should have been extended well into Scarborough a long time ago. Upgraded with new trains. Like RT, not subway, RT should have been just taken all the way to Scarborough, all the way through Scarborough. Maybe even have two lines going out from Scarborough Town Centre and connecting at Scarborough Town Centre. That's what I think they should have done. Because those Sky trains were amazing. And that I really think that's what they should have done. This whole thing is just absolutely stupid what they're doing. They're putting subways 10 years later, bus rapid transit temporarily, like, okay. No, they should have, like, I mean, look, the ball was dropped years ago for that. Can't go back in time, but what they should have done is they should have put in, let's go a little bit higher, there we go. What they should have done is they should have put like a couple lines from Scarborough Centre out and just constructed them through Scarborough and just had the RT for Scarborough. That would have been beautiful. Those things were absolutely priceless. And by the way, they ran really well in the winter. From the operators, the people I spoke to with the TTC when I went to Scarborough Town Centre, they said that the Scarborough RT performed better than any other asset class, in other words, vehicle that they had seen that's in the fleet during the winter, even the subways. So there you go. There's that. Where are we? Sentinel or something? We're almost at Finch West Station.
Another one?
Because like the seats here are
Still snowing lightly.
Yes.
If you'll notice, there's bus after bus after bus on the left-hand side of just Finch bus going by. What is that, a 6? I don't even know what that is. But they got a lot of Finch West shuttle buses still running. Well, somebody's excited. All right. Well, let me read that one. Oh, there we go. Do you think I'll ever east to Young? Do I think it will happen? I think that it's inevitable that something will be extended. I think that we have a bigger, there's a higher upshot and a higher probability of it being the Finch, the Shepherd subway being extended west than I think that it would be the LRT going to Finch station.
I've heard that like in Italy and France, like the transit costs are like in half, like they'll have as much as here. Yes. Well, my mom used to work for, she used to work for 311, so she was technically in bureaucracy, and she said the thing that they always used to say was easier to get rid of.
Listen, home's not a bad place to be today. If it wasn't for this, I'd be at home too. Oh, okay, so there we go. So we're coming to the end here. So we have Finch West Station. That's the next station. Oh, finally. 51 minutes. 51 minutes. Folks, 51. Oh my God. That's how long this ride has been. It was 43 minutes over to Humber College. And now, well, it's going to be 52, 53 minutes by the time we actually get in. But yeah, here we go. This is it. So we're going to go down and you're going to get to see Finch West Station. And then we're going to take a walk around Finch West Station. And if you don't mind, I'm not going to be paying. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm not going to pay attention. I'm going to have to pay attention to where I'm walking and what I'm doing. So if I'm not paying as much attention to chat, please do forgive me.
Yeah, all of them they were not never metric guys.
Shepperton is already half done. Yeah, no, I think there's definitely plans and intentions eventually to go west on the Shepherd Lane. Should make a video on the latest update on that and see what they're talking about, what the chatter and gossip about it actually is. 15 minutes, I really wonder if it's any faster than... It isn't. It isn't any faster than the buses. Forget it. Listen, this idea of it being, well, how slow is it? Is it going to be fast? It's slow. Enjoy the ride.
Operators see every day, we're important things. Yeah. I think it's gonna be pretty cool once my final opens.
Yeah.
I was just at like Mountain just to see it because
No, you're gonna probably be able to match this with taking bikes. Here we go. Actually, not.
yeah.
Bus could serve Finch just fine compared to. You're probably right, Jeffrey. You're probably right. I made the same comment when I first got here this morning. I don't want to rain on the parade. It's probably absolutely true. Okay, we're gonna get off. If everybody can fall on me, and let's go take a ride. Let me move along here. We're having some connection issue. Let me get into a spot where we have better connection. Okay, so here we go. Here we're at Finch West Station.
Oops, sorry.
My apologies. And here's the new Finch West LRT station. Absolutely gorgeous. Can I take a photo? No, I don't know how to take a photo from here. Anyways, got enough photos earlier. Oh. Hear the beats? Oh. There we go. They're fixing a mechanical problem. Did you hear that? There's delays on the eastbound trips at Torby. I don't know what don't remember the station name. They're having some mechanical problems at the station. Oh, it's pretty sleek. Okay, let me get a close-up. Let me get a nice close-up. Look, this is the best part. If you got a cool LRT, check that out. Let's take a look. Here's the end of the tunnel. Here's the LRT. Oh, I thought it was scratched for a second. No, it's all good. Yeah. They are, mind you, a little bit older now, right? You do kind of feel their age when you walk in, like they're not like they're new, but not like brand spanking new, you know? But they are really nice. Let's take a walk down. Let's take a walk down and take a look at it. Maybe I can get in. Let's see if I can get in for a second. We'll take a look inside. See if we can see how big it is. Really, really long.
Finch West?
It's going west, yes. Where are you going?
Finch West.
Oh, okay. This is Finch West LRT. Yes, it's going westbound. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. There, get a better shot of it there. They said it would run slower, more cautious during the winter to avoid the O train debacle. You know what? I mean, It is what it is. I mean, everybody keeps harping on the fact that it's slow. It's slow. So it's slow. Get on and enjoy the ride. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but I mean, you know what I mean. It is what it is. Off-route. Lots of TTC stuff everywhere. It is slower. Like, I mean, you'd think that if they're going to build this thing and spend this much money on it, that you could build something that's going to travel fast, but no. The speed is kind of disappointing. The only good thing about this thing I see so far is that it handled snow well, handled the ice well. Whereas the buses and the cars slide around. All right, let's go take a trip to the station. Do you like the Bombardier trains more than the Alstroms? Do I like the Bombardier? I think I like the Alstroms better. They're more spacious and a little bit sleeker design. I think just personal. I think. Okay, let's take a walk through the station. So we're gonna go down the escalators here. We'll take a walk over to Eglinton. I keep saying Eglinton. Finch West Station. We'll take a look at the underground because I've never seen it before, so I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like. We'll have a look at that. Hopefully the internet and battery holds up, and as long as that does, we're good to go. How are you?
Awesome. Have a good day.
Thank you. Full of staff everywhere. Oh, look at this. Are they giving out stuff here too? Looks like they're giving out stuff. If the internet cuts out a little bit, I do apologize, but there's nothing I can do about it down here. Oh, let's look at the little train. But I can't take one because if I fold it up, I have nowhere to carry it. All right, let's walk through here. Let's get a look here and see where this goes. I'm kind of trying to understand my way around here. Oops. I do apologize for that. All right, so we're coming to the top here at Finch West. We are on the southeast corner, so that's where the actual main entrance is to the Finch West LRT. Appears to be a fire truck out there. Indeed there is. Oh, police as well. Oh, there's some kind of accident, it would appear. Something happened here. Oh yeah. Somebody got into a bit of an accident. Let's take a look. We're nosy. We'll get a better view from outside. But yeah, so here's the station. This just opened today. Looked absolutely very you should have seen how absolutely spanking brand new it was this morning before everybody decided to walk all over it. Yeah. Let's go take a walk around outside.
Let me see that picture of this. Watch this. Here's something.
Take a walk outside. We'll take a look at how the station looks from the outside. Oh, yeah, somebody jumped the curb. Toronto Police and Fire on scene. Oh no, there was an accident. There's the other vehicle. It looks like all is well. Nobody hurt. I'm just going to walk around outside here. I don't have. Why should we take another trip on the LRT? Go back to Humber College? Here's the outside of the building. That's nice. It's a nice shot. It's a very nice building, actually. I like the new trolley. It's nice. It's nice to ride. It's slower than I expected, to be honest, but it's actually quite nice to ride. So no complaints there. But yeah. All right, so what I'm going to do is, it's been an hour and 3 minutes, so I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't had a chance to come ride the LRT, then the Finch LRT, I definitely do recommend it. Come and give it a try. It is free today. And after that, it's just part of the regular famous fare structure of the TTC. And Nouvelle Cosse. That's okay. You'll get it on replay. Nouvelle Cosse. I just finished it up 10 minutes ago, and then it'll upload and you'll be able to see it. But thank you very much for being here. I'm going to end the stream here and look forward to some more videos about this coming out later on. All right. Take care.